Imagine opening a fast food breakfast burger, expecting a standard patty, and instead finding a live, tiny sea turtle resting directly on the lettuce. The immediate human reaction, especially for kids, is to treat the animal like a sudden pet. They name him Donnie, buying a tiny turtle bed, maybe a little jacket, and even a pair of sunglasses. But a baby sea turtle does not wear sunglasses. These reptiles hatch from eggs buried on sandy beaches, and their survival depends on reaching the ocean surf as quickly as possible. This creates an immediate friction for us. We want to keep them close and care for them like dogs or cats, but their biology commands them to return to the wild. The family commits to a strict rescue protocol, treating Donnie's presence in the house as a brief recovery period before his inevitable return to the wild. Keeping a wild reptile indoors requires rigid controls: the right sand, a shallow water pool, and a consistent heat source. Furthermore, it's biologically impossible to tell if young sea turtles are male or female. That ambiguity is a reality. To actually help a wild animal, you have to prioritize its specific biological needs over the human desire for a cute companion. At first, the temporary habitat seems like a success. The turtle inspects the sand, settles into the space, and appears perfectly comfortable in a bedroom. But then the space is empty. Turtles are notoriously slow, and a suddenly missing baby reptile in a confined room points towards something more aggressive than a simple accidental escape. Something took it. In this case, an opportunistic bird figured out exactly how to breach the domestic living space and snatch the tiny turtle right out of its habitat. The natural food chain is relentless. It doesn't respect walls or windows, and it shatters the illusion that an animal is ever truly safe inside a human home. The family scrambles into the neighborhood to track the bird down. They eventually find the turtle mid-escape, rolling away across the asphalt on a miniature toy skateboard. But the threat is still right there. An aggressive seagull is stalking the tiny turtle, squawking loudly and staking a very clear claim over its stolen meal. Rescuing the turtle turns into a physical skirmish. The kids literally have to pry the turtle away from the seagull, trying to shield the tiny reptile while fending off snapping beaks. The seagull doesn't back down. It starts calling out, summoning an entire flock of friends for backup. The situation devolves so quickly that the family is forced to grab the turtle and sprint for the safety of their car. Protecting a wild animal from relentless natural predators while navigating a human neighborhood is truly an exhausting, losing battle. Safe inside the car, the family accepts the reality of the situation. There is no controlled suburban habitat that can keep this animal protected. The only safe place is the environment it was designed for. They drive to the beach. For the kids, saying goodbye at the water's edge is difficult. They've grown attached, and leaving the turtle behind is painful. But as soon as the turtle hits the surf, it makes sense. The reptile instinctively starts swimming vigorously through the clear, shallow water, immediately blending back into its natural ecosystem. Responsible wildlife rescue requires setting our own feelings aside. True care means having the strength to step back and let the animal return to the wild. Now, let's test your listening skills from the story we just told. During that chaotic chase on the sidewalk, the seagull was shouting a very specific repeating word while trying to keep the turtle. Do you remember what it was? Drop that exact word in the comments below. If you spot wildlife in need, observe it, understand its biology, and remember that sometimes the best way to help nature is to simply let it be.